and beat the game so I could see all the content because it's so fucking hard, and then play it on the console legit and get frustrated and be the first game to make me break a controller.
Oh, Cuphead's tough. It's a tough.
I think it was stupid for them to like hide content behind difficulty setting.
Yeah, it's hard enough as it is. Like you can even do it on the quote unquote easy setting, and it's still pretty difficult, man. Like I don't know. It's just a really difficult game. All right.
This there's nothing new to it either, so it's just the content's gonna be easier to get.
Yeah. Did someone do the Sekiro story, or did we skip that?
But I do think that the DLC is still slated to come out afterwards. So maybe they could have timed it better.
Yeah.
The Sekiro story has been done.
Okay.
I need to do the Sekiro story because that one.
The one on here has been done. We're doing a new one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The new one is new Sekiro content announced for a coming October update. I want to actually talk about what the content is.
Okay.
Anyways, there'll be a series of costumes that you can get, but in order to get them, you're gonna have to. They're purely cosmetic, so you don't have to do them if you want. If you want the costume, you'll have to do them, but you don't have to do it to get extra bonuses because you're not gonna get. But anyways, there's gonna be an extra challenges you can do. But anyways, if you get through them all. And the kicker here is that you only have one life to do it against them, so you can't resurrect during them. But yeah. Anyways, besides a trio of new costumes, it also introduced this thing called Remnants, where it's kind of like Neo, where like I guess it's similar to the messaging system in the older Dark Souls games, where they can like show a recording of things the player did to get through an area. So it's like kind of like the opposite of Bloodborne and Dark Souls, though, where you usually see how they died. It's probably how they succeeded this time.
Yeah, let's see how you die. Like as if you don't die enough in those games. You know, it's like, come on, let's get some positive in here.
But they last up to 30 seconds. So I guess you can rate them, and then if you're playing a game and you rate it positively, and the person that made that is playing the game, I think you get like a health refill.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
So that's one way the game became semi-easier without, because like the game originally had no kind of online component, so this is interesting. And I'm wondering if they're doing this update now because they are prepping for DLC.
Okay. Well, there you go. Anything else on that, Eric?
No.
All right. Next story comes to us from Silconera. Disgaea 6 characters possibly shown in NIS America email. We might have just gotten a look to some of the new characters in Disgaea series, potentially even from Disgaea 6. NIS America sent out an email with a message from President Shohei Nikawa. At the end of the short note was an image of two Disgaea-like demons sitting on a gravestone and eating.
I actually have the email if you want to see what he said. Do you want me to pull it up?
He emailed you? That's cool.
Yeah.
No, he sent it to them and they sent it to us.
Okay. It looks cool, but anyways.
Here it is. Let me read it. Message from Mr. Nikawa, president of Nippon Ichi Software. The world is trying to change drastically, but our mission has not changed. We are currently working on multiple game projects in order to bring fun and happiness, which are both highlighted in yellow, to as many people as possible. Please look forward to them.
And of course,
fun and happiness.
Yeah, of course, this is a controlled leak, right? I mean, their emails, like if you're up on the executive level, those emails are, and you're sending it out.
You can't call the controlled leak if they did it themselves, though. So
in other words, it's just a leak on their part. They did it on purpose. So there you go. Yeah, this is definitely Disgaea artwork.
I think this is their way of saying, these are the two main characters, and we're going back to our roots because we're having two characters that are children, essentially.
Yeah.
Because, I think the problem, some people, it's not that 4 or 5 were bad. Some people had problems with 5, but I think like if there was an issue that you could levy at them is that they took themselves too seriously by having an adult cast.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess.
Especially in the case of 5. They kind of went super edgelord mode in the game.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the lag. Hopefully that's all resolved. I stopped and restarted the stream, so if you're wondering like on the why there's 2 separate pieces to this week's show on YouTube or Twitch, that's why. But if you're listening on if you're downloading somewhere else, everything will be fine. Wyland says it was Frank's Stone Age internet break. The connection wasn't being chiseled fast enough. How dare you? You know what? I got something for Wyland up on the screen right now. There you go, Wyland. That's just for you, son of a bitch. Exiled. I think I got it fixed, so I think we're good to go. All right, who's Eric? Do the last story, please.
All right, last story is Spelunky 2. Did anybody like Spelunky?
Yeah, Spelunky I remember being pretty fun. Yeah. It was like
I rather play Spelunker HD, to be honest, because this game's just brutally difficult.
It's really hard. Yeah. It's definitely difficult.
I'd rather play Minor 2049.
It's like Rogue Legacy levels of RNG fuckery, because the game's almost rigged to make you die.
Yeah, it was that type of game for sure, but it was fun. I mean,
it's got a lot of physics-based stuff, and this game has even more of that.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, think Pitfall crossed with Super Meat Boy, and that's pretty much.
Although I'm not a big fan of roguelike games. I mean, I like roguelike games, but like roguelike games like this, I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah,
so I'd much rather play the controlled game like La Mulana.
Yeah, La Mulana is
which has actual design in it.
Yeah. No, this is Spelunky's a tough game, so if you're into that, if you like torture, then this game's gonna be for you for sure. Okay, that's the news. Everybody. And
I can mention that Braid is getting a remaster, but fuck Braid and fuck John Blow.
Yeah, John Blow.
Braid's about a fucking incel that chases a girl who doesn't like him.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of that game. I think I don't know. I kind of like Braid, but it was innovative but maybe a little too overrated.
Plus, I don't want to give John Blow any money because he certainly doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, well, that's true.
He pooped on Japanese developers. He pooped on women in gaming.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Slagar says
so when you play Braid, you're actually playing as John Blow.
Yeah. Tortured, Slagar says. Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's move on to homie discount.
I don't think so. Homie, don't play that.
All right, real quickly, there is a homie discount for PlayStation Plus again. It's from CD Keys. The same type of discount, but now it's $34, which is not a bad deal at all. They're trying to get rid of all their digital codes, and I think that's what's going on. Sony does have a bunch of, speaking of PlayStation Plus, their summer sales going on, and they keep adding games day to day. There's just way too many. On Xbox, I did look, and there's they have a summer sale going on as well.
The Nintendo sale's really weak this month.
It is. Yeah.
You can buy all the Dooms for like $12.
Yeah.
All the Dooms aside from Doom
Eternal
2016.
2016.
Doom Eternal's not even out yet on the Switch.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think that one's like $30 though.
Yeah. Okay, there's still some anime seasons on the Microsoft Store for free, so you can check those out. And that's about it for homie discounts. Let's move on.
There's actually there's a weekend thing going on with Xbox where you can play games like Dragon Ball Fighters and
I didn't see that.
And Call of Duty for free.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Everybody. So that's just not just people who have the Xbox lot Xbox lot.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think you can buy Dragon Ball Fighters Z. For like $15 on the eShop right now.
Wyland says Fall Guys is one of the free games on Plus. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Does it start Lee Majors?
No, not those kind of Fall Guys.
Oh man, that's such a great reference, Rake man. They get +5 to charisma for that one, man. Okay, Let's move on to Breakman
Some
segment.
video games starring Lee Majors.
Yeah, exactly. $6 million man. All right, Breakman. Dear Breakman, I think we have something this week.
Yes, we do. Coming to us from @toy_open. That's Tony Toybox online. This is a question for Dear Breakman. Segment of the show, Dear Breakman. Would you be down to cosplay for bedroom hijinks with your significant other if she wanted you to act as a famous actor? I mean, why would she want that when she could have me?
I mean,
actor. I mean,
look.
other than say The Rock, I get that. You know, that's different. Other than say The Rock, I mean.
Oh, speaking of The Rock, he bought the XFL.
I think that's pretty fucking awesome.
That is awesome. It's great.
He bought it for like $15 million or some ridiculous low amount of money too.
Yeah, $15 million is what he bought it for.
So anyway, back to the famous actor thing. You know, if you want to cosplay, you know, that's absolutely acceptable.
Cosplay.
I'm kind of I'm gonna say no, just for the simple reason, like actor. I could see if it was like you know, comic book characters, or like if you wanted to like act like Vikings or something, you know, like something like that. But why would you go for like just a person? You know, like go for something.
How do you cosplay as an actor themselves?
Yeah.
I am Kevin Bacon, of course. I'm sorry, my.
The only way it worked is if they actually role played too.
But what if she wanted you to role play, say, like Angelina Jolie or something?
Yeah.
You might get a little uncomfortable doing that. You
Yeah.
know?
I want to role play as a typecast.
I guess
This person.
I guess I could see something like if you wanted to do Marilyn Monroe, like if somebody wanted to dress up like Elvis, someone else like Marilyn Monroe.
No. I'm saying if she wanted you.
Oh, I
like
see.
that.
I see what you're saying. Well, I guess you could pull it off, Breakman. I mean, just get the little.
You could be Steve Buscemi.
I mean, obviously, I could pull it off. There's no
Or
problem.
Kevin James.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Break could pull off Kevin James pretty good, man. Like, you know, I could. I mean, but see, how would you pull off somebody like George?
No offense, Kevin James. I think you're hilarious. You're a bit bigger than me.
I'm just saying, like, how would somebody cosplay as like George Clooney? You know, just go in the room and say, "Hi, I'm George Clooney." Like how would you?
Wait. Break could be Kevin Bacon.
No, I would not dare. I would not dishonor his Lord and Savior that way. See, you hear me, Lord. I wouldn't dishonor you like that.
Break doesn't want any computer problems today, man. Eric, we shouldn't push our luck, man.
Smited.
Yeah, I bet Break has Mrs. Break cosplay of Lord Bacon as Lord Bacon. There you go.
Specifically Lord Bacon.
No, I like celebrities.
I mean, every woman should own the Return of the Jedi bikini, Leia's bikini.
That's a good idea, man. That's such a great sexy costume. Like when I see cosplayers do Slave Leia, it's like really good, man. That's a great one.
I bet it hurts to wear though.
Probably does, man. Probably does. No, like any old
Most
celebrity.
costumes look like they're uncomfortable.
You know,
They honestly do. The cosplay costumes, there are no cosplay costumes that ever look like. Oh,
It's
that doesn't
cosplay,
look like
costume play. It's
cosplay as Mr. Bean.
Cosplay.
Pretty fun. Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Don't say anything and just fall
No, but
out. And stuff.
you see what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
could
every once in a while, just talk in a very deep voice.
like
That always threw me when all of a sudden he'd talk and it'd be this like very deep voice.
like I could probably pull off like you know, if we're talking like you know, celebrities, I could probably pull off like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, I mean, that'd be pretty easy for me. You know, in his Mr. Olympia days.
I think Cheech Marin is easy for you, or John Leguizamo.
How dare you, Eric? You know what? I'm gonna throw something on the screen for you, just for you, sir. That's what you get right there, Eric.
Do cartoons count as celebrities? Can you do Ren too?
Oh, how dare you, Stimpy? What are you doing, man? Yeah, how dare you?
Or Beavis and Butthead, since you do it all the time.
Yeah, shut up.
Wait, which
Beavis.
one of you is Beavis and which one's Butthead, though?
Yeah, well, I since Yeah, see, that would be weird.
What,
Like,
what if you did weird cosplay sex as one person doing beefs and the other butthead? Just butthead, butt looks
you know
each
what a
other.
turnoff that would be, like, to cosplay, like, you guys, like, can you imagine
I'm
that,
about
Break?
to come.
Shut up. Like,
I'm
we're
sure
gonna...
someone's done it.
Shut up, Beavis. I'm
On
close.
Chatter
Oh, I
Beavis.
lost it, Beavis.
Shut up, Beavis. We're gonna, like, do it bareback and stuff. Freak5 is gonna get another exile. He says Frank could pull off the old man and Family Guy. How dare you,
No
son of
way,
a
it's too
bitch.
young.
How dare you. How dare you. But yeah, like Beavis and Butthead would be like the worst cosplay ever, man. That would be terrible, man. Okay. I think
No, I mean, I think we could come up with some other even more. No, I don't know. Beavis and Butthead's pretty bad.
that's a pretty bad one, man. I can't think of...
The more I think about it, the only one thing I can think of worse is like Rudy Giuliani and Trump or something like that.
Who would, like, if you were to do that, Breakman, who would be Trump and who would be
Barack
Giuliani?
Obama and Biden.
Oh God, that might be pretty bad too. Because then you'd
Well,
have
at least in that situation, you know which one's the man.
to.
I'm gonna say Obama's the man because Biden just takes everything.
I don't even know what to say to that, Eric. Man, that was pretty good, man. Okay, I think we got to move on from
I think so too. Before we do anything else, it's gonna offend.
Smokey and the Bandit. Wyland says.
Then again, maybe Biden's the man because he's grabby everything.
Smokey and the Bandit. Oh my goodness! So somebody would have to dress up as like.
Well, I'm Burt Reynolds, so.
So you'd make Mrs. Breakman dress up as Smokey?
No, she could be Sally Fields, damn it! Why
No, he's talking about like Burt Reynolds and like the cop,
No, what's his name?
Jay and Silent Bob. That'd be another terrible one, man.
Legendary actor. Fuck, what's his name?
Sean Connery. I don't know.
No, the cop from Smokey. The Smokey.
Jackie Gleason.
Jackie Gleason. Thank you. God, I
Yeah.
couldn't think of his fucking name. I was like, legendary actor.
You could probably pull. You might be able to pull that one off, Break, but you'd have to be Jackie Gleason's character. Oh, maybe like Super Troopers. I don't know.
It looked more like his stupid son than him.
Cersei and Jamie Lannister. Oh my goodness, Freak5. That would be funny as fuck, man. If somebody cosplayed as that.
Role play his brother, or their brother and sister, or cousins.
Yeah,
or
they're brother and sister
brother
for
and
sure.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, role play his brother and sister getting on. There you go.
All right, we need to move on, guys, because we got some stuff to do here.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Like Superman and Zod, stuff like that. Okay.
The most unsexy.
Yeah, exactly.
Ever.
Exactly. Like Batman and Alfred.
I watched. I was like flipping through them, and I had to stop and laugh. But it was She-Hulk and like somebody else. Like it was so bad.
Here's one for you: Batman and Alfred.
Ooh. I get to be
Batman and Robin.
Oh God, even worse. Then you're talking about
Like the old
pedophilia,
school
man.
Robin, like with the old
that I think you'd fulfill a lot of people's fantasies with that one.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay, let's move on to what you've been playing, Breakman.
I had a little bit of time to play some Final Fantasy this weekend, so I've gotten down to.
Even worse. What?
The hell was that?
I have no idea
Hey.
what that was.
Yeah, that was weird. Sounds like even worse. And I'm just like, what did I just say? I didn't.
I think I hit a key and it did something on my stream.
Okay.
Oh.
But it should have been in the message box, so something fucked up.
Yeah, how weird. All right, Break. Final Fantasy.
So I got through most of the dungeons, only to find that the last dungeons left are fucking asshole bullshit. So I was gonna say Final Fantasy 15 up to this point is probably the easiest Final Fantasy I've ever played.
Wow, even
As
easier
long
than.
as you've got potions, you're in no trouble at all.
Yeah.
Just heal yourself. You can repeatedly heal yourself over and over again, and lots of button mashing and stuff like that. But the last dungeon they decide to the last of those the deep dungeons. They decide to make it harder by not allowing you to use potions.
Oh, how nice! How nice!
Yeah, so suddenly, like, this game that had been easy up to this point, they're like, well, you gotta get through this one the hard way, bitch.
FF7's hard mode's entirely like that.
Yeah.
But it's actually quite manageable compared to what you're doing.
Which wouldn't be so bad if they would let you save. That's
Yeah.
the part that's driving me fucking crazy with these dungeons. The other one that was driving me crazy is a puzzle platforming like dungeon.
Yeah,
You're not fucking Mario.
that never works out.
Your character's not Mario. You
They're
got
making a
infinite
new
life.
platforming in the game that wasn't designed to be a platform.
What was it
Pretty
like?
much, yes.
Wild Arms tried that shit and it just didn't work. You know.
Wild Arms is okay. It's just 4's platforming sucks, and 3's platforming doesn't suck. You just couldn't figure it out. For me.
Yeah. Freak5 says he's been playing Fairy Tale, which he got, from winning the contest. How is that, Freak5? And he also, Eric says Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Jesus Christ, man. Pinky and the Brain.
You went kind of silent there for a second.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, Freak5 says Pinky and the Brain. Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger. That would be pretty awful.
That one might be worse than Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know though.
But they weren't really like friends; they were enemies.
Yeah. So you could make
angry sex.
Yeah, I think you could make that one work. But Beavis and Butthead, man, oof, that'd be tough. Wyland says I think the only thing he played this week was Ultimate MK3 Plus. Okay. Oh, and SNES Star Fox. Oh, okay.
Classic.
Yeah, classic trip, Wyland.
No, I mean, like, did he play it on the classic, or did he, like...
He probably... he probably emulated it, something. I don't know.
I don't think that game holds up very well.
No, Star Fox...
I like Star Fox 64, but the original Star Fox, I was playing it on the Mini, and I'm just like, oh, man, it's like... Yeah,
that frame rate is awful.
It's hard to go back to.
Yeah, like it is hard to go back.
Okay.
Anyway, so this last 2 dungeons are stupid. It wouldn't be so hard if I had all the time in the world, but I don't have all the fucking time in the world to solve these puzzles. Unless I just, go through straight guide, I can probably get through it in like an hour. But I'm trying to solve the puzzles and stuff like that, so I didn't get to finish it. And, it doesn't save, so I gotta go back and do it over again. Not looking fucking forward to that.
Yeah, I know. I hate shit like that, man.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's, that, and then the giant turtle's really all that I have left with Final Fantasy, other than, like, unlocking, like, the stuff I've missed, like, going fishing and stuff. Like, I found out I have less than half the fish in the game. I didn't even know that. I thought I was doing pretty good, and then I started looking through the menus, and I'm like, oh shit, there's like over 100? Oh, I suck.
It's like me on Dragon Quest, man. Like, I'm looking at the bestiary, and I haven't even gotten, like, but a quarter of the fucking monsters, man. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I want, that's something that has to be finished, the bestiary. Yeah. Must be finished.
Yeah.
So, that mostly, and some more Final Fantasy, or more, Star Wars Battlefront, and this weekend I might play something different because of the free game this weekend.
Yeah, cool. Right on.
Even though I can play most of those, but Borderlands 3 and Call of Duty were 2 of the games that are on it that I do not have, and they're not part of Game Pass.
Okay, well there you go, man. You got some stuff to play this weekend. Mm-hmm. Looks like. Eric, what you been playing, man?
More 7 Scarlet. I'm on the true route, and I'm nearing the end of that, and then I unlock the last character out, which sounds like it's just a little excerpt involving a new character that we haven't seen, and it's probably just his epilogue. But other than that, I played Paper Mario: The Origami King. I decided I was tired of waiting for the patch to come out. The patch has finally come out, and I've already since beaten the game and sold it because I'll tell you why I sold it later. But when I get my review. But other than that, I played Blasphemous because the DLC for that came out with the content update. It is actually a pretty hefty update. Like several gigs big, because it's got quite a few new content in there.
That's awesome.
But it's a much better game because like being able to give your Tears of Atonement to the offertory box, which is new in the church and the main town hub area. But once you give them enough, it lets you teleport between the various save points.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Which makes they didn't actually fix the original fast travel. They did that instead.
Yeah. Well,
I think there are like 3 new places you can warp to with the old travel system. So that's good too.
Okay.
But it actually apparently makes doing the chalice run, which you have to take this chalice and kill 3 specific enemies while you're holding onto it without dying or using the original teleport system, or you fail to get a sword upgrade, which I already got, so I don't even need to really do that unless I want 100% map completion.
Yeah.
But because the map completion resets. But you have to, in order to access the new DLC boss fights and get the new ending related to that DLC, you have to play New Game Plus, which meant I had to fight the final boss again.
Ew.
Which took a while, but I did it. But like New Game Plus isn't that much harder. I mean, enemies hit harder, so you have to be more careful. But they still seem to have the same HP, maybe that's slightly higher than it was before.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's not too difficult. But the bosses themselves are hard, so I'm dying a lot on the bosses.
Yeah. Yeah. The game's pretty difficult, but okay, Eric. Save the rest for your review, dude. I need to catch up on.
I already reviewed the original Blasphemous, but I'll review the DLC at a later date.
Okay. Freak5 says he's been playing Friday the 13th, Animal Crossing, and Fall Guys. Let's see. Last night while playing Friday, ran 2 people over before escaping in the car. Went into the game chat to listen to the people I hit bitch about me. Yeah, that's always cool. I got a lot of fuck you for running me over. Was told that I smell like cheese. I said no, I smell like beer. There you go.
That's a reference to the movies, isn't it?
I have no idea, man. No, probably because he was drinking beer. He's heading to bed, so I told him I wouldn't do it again if I wasn't done playing. I would do it again if I wasn't done playing. Yeah, why not? Would have run them over too. Yeah. Okay, caught up on chat here. I've been playing just Dragon Quest 11. I got over halfway. So I always play these games longer than anybody else. So I'm over 60 hours into Dragon Quest, and I'm halfway done. So
it's really easy to get to level 99 too.
It's really easy to what?
Get to max level.
Yeah, what's the max level?
99.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you two are both breaking out, like audio-wise. Like you both went quiet on me.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Eric, say something.
Yeah. Say
Butts.
something. Butts. Okay.
Okay. I hear you.
Yeah. I'm level 36, so I'm not that high level, but I'm chugging along. I'll get there. Okay, let's move on to
RPGrinders reviews.
All right, Eric, you got some reviews. Can we do these fairly quickly?
Yeah. Scoob, which is the latest CG movie, the only CG movie of Scooby. It's not bad, but CG is so played out. Like, give me animated stuff, please. Like cell animation stuff.
Exiled Freak5, son of a bitch.
But it is a weird movie because it's kind of like Metal Gear Solid 2 in a way that it tricks you into thinking that it's actually a Scooby-Doo when it's actually looks and feels like a pilot to a reboot of Blue Falcon. And they use Scooby-Doo as a hook to do that. Because it does the introductory of how Scooby and Shaggy met in this reboot, and then apparently it only took place 20 years ago or so, because cell phones exist, so this actually takes place in the future. So who knows what year it is, like 2030 maybe, I guess. But fast forward to the present, and how old are these kids supposed to be? Because are they out of high school or something?
I haven't seen the movie, but
in the original cartoon, it's never really said. I don't think.
I think
I think they're recent graduates. I think that's what the story
It
is.
does seem like they were college students to me. That's what I always thought. It's like they were all in college, and this was like spring break or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. All right.
Anyways, or summer break, spring and summer break.
Yeah, something like that.
But anyways, because he made a mention about how Shaggy hasn't done his taxes, so I was like, if you're teenagers, you shouldn't even be doing taxes unless you've got a job. But anyways, the story's about how they meet Simon Cadwell in a restaurant somewhere. And I don't know why he's there, but technically it's not him, but his face is there, so, and his voice is there, so it's like weird.
You mean Simon Cowell, like the X Factor?
From American Idol, yeah.
Yeah, X
Simon
Factor.
Cowell.
Yeah.
Anyways, he wants to invest in their Mystery Inc. company because I guess they want to be detectives for real. Anyways, it ends with Scooby and Shaggy running off because he tells them that they're useless, and they're getting their feelings hurt. So, anyways, I'm pretty sure since he's not who he appears, he probably did that intentionally just to get them away. But anyways, they get kidnapped, well, sort of rescued, more like, by Blue Falcon because they get chased by murderous robots. Anyways, they end up finding that a cameo appearance from other Hanna-Barbera cartoons shows up, and they're the antagonist. Guess who it is?
Simon Cowell?
No.
Oh, darn it.
Dick Dastardly.
Okay.
So the plot's about Blue Falcon trying to stop him from opening the gates to the underworld. I'm ruining the plot because this movie isn't bad, but I also feel like you'd be wasting your time if you watch it anyway. So, basically, they have to stop him from opening the gates to the underworld, which has a Cerberus that looks like a dog. It's just a really big, mean-looking dog, but he's a dog. It's stupid, but they also meet cameo appearances by Captain Caveman.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you giving Scoob, Eric?
I'm giving it a 6.5.
All right, slightly above average. So is it like a Redbox rental or just wait till it comes out on cable? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you could wait till it comes out on cable, but where would it show up? Cartoon Network, because they have a thing going with Hanna-Barbera.
I have no idea. Okay, what else you got for us, Eric?
Because Cartoon Network barely shows cartoons anymore, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah. All right, Eric.
But like they're always willing to give props to Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
so
we got
to.
Oh
yeah, I got a review of Paper Mario: The Origami King.
Yeah.
I like this game, and if you ignore the fact that it is an RPG, it isn't an RPG, even though it kind of really still is. But I think that's part of the reason people don't care about the series anymore. It's because it's not the RPG they want. Then, like with the leveling up and the partners and stuff like that would keep the series held down. But like, there's other issues. Like I'm going to mention that I think Nintendo just doesn't know how to let go of control. To let developers do what the fuck they want with their game. Because like they're apparently not allowed to alter pre-existing Mario characters or create too many original characters, which is why the original characters in this game are based off of inanimate office supplies, and they're the bosses of the game. And despite the fact that they don't have facial expressions, they still have character because the writing in this game is really strong.
Okay.
So, despite the limitations, the stupid limitations Nintendo has put on them, to protect the Mario brand, because of course they're going to do that because they see the money from the Mario movie coming out a couple months or years. And then Nintendo just doesn't know how to handle the franchise anymore.
Okay, Eric, let's speed this one up.
But the game is fun, and the only other issues I have with it is that battle is kind of one note, because even though you don't get experience anymore, you get money. You can use that to buy perks like special upgrades that make the battles easier. But the fact is, like, the battles are basically puzzles now, and sometimes the puzzles are really easy to solve, sometimes they're not so much because you're still timed. So the only way to really take stock of what you maybe should do is to press the X button, but the perspective changes, so you can't always tell exactly what you want to do anyway. But it does give you room to breathe. But I kind of like the idea of being able to take my time in a battle, and I need to get back to that. Anyways, the only reason I sold the game is because, while I did enjoy it, it's probably a game I won't go back to again, and I'd rather have someone else enjoy it than have to sit in my shelf just gathering dust like all my other games, because I only have so much space in my tiny apartment.
Yeah. All right, Eric, let's speed this up.
So I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Okay, so it's worthy of a purchase and well above average then. Freak5 says,
and you can buy it, like most of Nintendo's first-party games at Walmart, are $50.
Yeah.
And people on eBay apparently want it for $40, so I had to sell it at $45. Thankfully, someone bought it at that price. But technically, I sold it at $40, and then I had added shipping to that.
Yeah.
But
Freak5 says Paper Mario Ghost Bangers, Luigi's Ghost Banging Mansion. We're back to the ghost banging this week, apparently. All right, let's move on to everybody's favorite segment. If my dog allows me to use my mouse.
Ah, what is it?
Stinko of the week.
All right, Breakman, you're up.
Oh, mine goes to the tragedy that happened in Beirut.
I was gonna put that, but I figured you would put that as well, Breakman.
Beirut had its own version of Fukushima, basically.
It was crazy. It looked like I've never seen anything like that other than the atomic bomb in Japan. Breakman, it was terrible. What I think
and human incompetence again.
That's what I meant, because they improperly stored it.
Yeah.
Stored volatile material that could blow up at any time if they don't store it properly.
Yeah.
And that's when it blew up.
So last I heard, well over 100 people dead and thousands injured, and all the videos are horrifying. Like it is literally horrifying to see. Breakman. So, yeah. You have anything else, Break?
No, that's it. I mean, isn't that enough? That's terrifying.
I mean,
I could bring up other stuff, the shit we're going through here, but I mean, obviously the corona and shit. But
160,000 now. It's projected 300,000 by the end of the year, and that's more than double what the flu. It's like triple what the flu does every year. So, anybody thinking it was a hoax, it's not a hoax, but whatever. Mine, real quickly, is just some unexpected bills I got. Like they didn't collect my deductible when my car got fixed, so now I got to pay $200, and just stupid shit like that. So that's my Stinko. Eric, what's yours?
I got a couple. Actually, no, I was thinking of Sweetos. I got one Stinko, but The Weathering with You apparently came out last week on Netflix, but only in Philippines.
Yeah, it might come here later, Eric. I mean,
maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I wanted to watch it this week though, and I was kind of bummered when that happened. Also, I didn't see Break put it, but I'm gonna mention it and I'll add it in later. But Wilford Brimley died at 85.
Yeah, I was gonna put that down too.
Oh, I forgot that happened this week. There's been other stuff. Yeah.
It wasn't this week. It was last weekend, like Saturday.
Yeah,
I think.
well,
Or I think it might have been Friday even. Saturday or Friday one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot
yeah,
about that.
Wilford Brimley of the Thing fame and, some other shit. So, of course.
And Quaker Oats.
Quaker Oats and diabetes and, stuff
Right.
like that. Okay, there you go. Let's move on to...
Bernie's in chat.
Oh, Bernie?
Now she's leaving.
Oh, I guess.
Bye. Okay. Well,
Okay, bye, Bernie.
A drive-by chatting.
Hi and bye. Now I see it. Okay, last week apparently she was in the YouTube chat, which nobody joined, so I got an ear lashing for that one. Okay, let's move on to Sweetos.
Sweeto of the week.
Speaking of Bernie, that was Bernie saying Sweeto of the week. Brakeman, you're up.
I like what Freak says in chat. I had some TMNT stickers that I got from a loot crate that I thought about sticking on the shredder at work.
That would be so funny.
Stick it to the shredder. That's right.
Yeah.
Mine goes to I've been having trouble being able to see all the baseball games and everything. All the channels I really want. Because I haven't been happy with the thing I just got off with Sling.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good deal and everything, but it just
It's kind of bare bones.
Yeah, like the sports you could get were like bare bones too, and just even with the sports package, I wasn't satisfied to it. So this week I switched to YouTube TV.
Yeah.
I'm a lot happier with it.
Okay. Yeah,
It's quite a bit more, but I mean it's not expensive. It's only like $65, but that's still more than Sling. But
I
it's
thought
got
the
local
price is
television.
going to go up from 65 to something like 100.
Oof,
Ugh.
that would suck.
That would suck, but that would still be cheaper than cable.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Just the only thing is, don't
really
you?
the only way I could get to see all the baseball games I want was this cable or Hulu, and Hulu was I don't know, I didn't get as good of a deal with this one because YouTube has other channels on it like Animal Planet that I missed. I didn't have with Sling.
Yeah. Wyland says, "Have you seen the cardboard cutouts used for the crowd?"
Yes.
I mentioned that Wyland on
Yes.
Twitter a while back. It's stupid. It's just stupid. It doesn't add anything. It's dumb. I like what
It's not as dumb as the crowd noise though. I hate
the crowd noise is dumb. You know what the NBA did that I liked quite a bit. Just real quick aside, Breakman. They have digital like I don't know what it is, if it's like a giant TV or a bunch of giant TVs, but they have like actual people digitally in the crowd, and it's kind of cool. I don't know if you've watched any of the games, but it's way better than what baseball's doing, man. Plus, I don't think baseball's gonna finish, which sucks because the Rockies are kicking so much ass, man. The Rockies are just melting everybody.
I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb that the NFL is still doing practice and they haven't shut down.
Yeah, they're not going to. They had a whole opt-out thing. I think it was the average of 2 players per team opted out of the season, but other than that, they're pushing forward. But yeah, if the baseball season wins in tomorrow, that's fine with me because the Reds bullpen gave up 11 last night.
Wait, the Reds?
Bullpen, yeah, they gave up 11 last night.
Wow.
If the season ends tomorrow, I'm okay.
I'm not okay, Breakman. I mean, Jesus Christ, the Rockies are like 9-3 and rolling, and the 3 games they lost by 1 run, and they should have won all 3 of those games, man. They should be 12-0 right now. They're a juggernaut this year, and they're not gonna fucking finish the year. I know it. I know they're not gonna finish the year. It just ain't. I don't think football is gonna finish the year. Football.
Look at how many teams have been. Well, look at the number of games played for the teams. Like it's completely different for so many teams because there have been teams like the Cardinals, which have been hit hard by Corona. So they haven't played as many games.
Marlins are 5-1, but half of their team has coronavirus right now. Yeah. So it's like
you say 5-1, but the rest of the teams are up to 13 games now?
Yep. Well, the Marlins were super hard hit, man. Yeah. Like, literally half of their team was... So they're not going to finish. It's just not going to be feasible for baseball, which completely sucks. And I'm highly skeptical that the NFL will finish either. I really am. They're not going to finish. But I do believe the NBA and NHL are going to finish, which I guess is something. But still, they should have canceled it all. I know it's all about money, and they need, they're money-grubbing pieces of shit for the most part. But, you got to think of human.
Good Lord, billionaires take a hit. Oh, my God. No, that can't happen.
Yeah, the billionaires.
Meanwhile, smart business owners across this country are watching their dreams get destroyed.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, it is nice to see sports back in a way break. But I would have been okay. I would have been okay for them just canceling this year. Look forward to next year. Everybody get healthy. Get the country under control. Like, we're looking at 300,000 deaths by the end of the year. And I tell you what,
I think Slager had a stinko earlier.
What was it? I didn't see it.
About the troll doll. I have the link.
Oh, yeah.
What about the troll doll?
There was an inappropriate button apparently on a troll doll. So, yeah, I don't think it was a stinko. I just think it was just a story about Hasbro removing troll dolls from stores after complaints of an inappropriately placed button.
Like a "Make America Great" button? What kind of button?
No, like a belly button.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
What?
Actually, lower than the belly.
I can see how that could go wrong. Yes.
Okay, so there you go. They'll just retool those toys, but that is kind of funny. That is really funny. Okay.
Well, he put it in the middle of our what we've been playing, so I assumed he was prepping for stinkos and sweetos or something.
Okay, Eric, what are your sweetos? I'm sorry, Break. Did you have any more?
No, that's it.
Okay, Eric.
Okay, my sweetos are that the One Piece manga outsold the Bible, apparently.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier.
And Jordan Peterson has COVID.
Ugh, Jordan Peterson's a piece of shit, man. Fuck.
Who is that?
He's kind of one of these.
He's a pseudo-intellectual, not piece of shit.
Yeah, he's one of these
transphobic.
Yeah, he's a what Eric says, a pseudo-intellectual that sounds real good. He's he sounds like he knows what he's talking about, but
real good.
Yeah, he talks real good.
If he's not pretending to be an atheist, he's definitely a Christian sympathizer.
Yeah, he's
because he's made weird excuses for their apologism.
He has a pretty tongue.
Yeah, exactly. Got to make the money. Your credit's no good when a Jawa runs the shop in your neighborhood. Yeah, exactly. Freak 5.
Anyways, the other sweeto I had is that Warren Ellis is out of season 5 for Castlevania.
Who's replacing him is what I'm wondering.
They don't know, but it says like he may not return, but it sounds like no, he's definitely not coming back.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the sexual abuse allegations, I could see why that. I mean, hopefully that's a good for the series and not a bad. I just, they better bring somebody that's really, really good and knows Castlevania as good as Warren Ellis does, because that series is fantastic.
Season 4 has already been written. It just needs to be animated now and put on Netflix.
Yeah. Castlevania has been nothing short of amazing on Netflix. So, yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you're accused of sexual abuse. Just stay out of those situations, I mean, I don't know. But, all right. Anything else, Eric?
I mean, I'm guessing the only reason they're saying he may not come back is because, well, if the allegations prove negative, he's in the clear and he can come back, I guess. But until he's out of the running until further notice, and they might just replace him just because they need to get the next season going.
Yeah. Freak 5 says, we were also finally able to get a copy of Ring Fit Adventure, which we talked about earlier. It sold like
the thing you just mocked earlier.
I did. I totally mocked it. And it's appropriate that Freak 5 got one. So there you go. Okay, let's move on, guys. And this is something that people have kind of been waiting for, and we're going to do it. It's our free-for-all. Our free-for-all this week. All right, we're going to do this month and see how it goes. But everybody had fun with our crowning of what did we do last time? Cartoon. Greatest cartoon of all time. Everybody was fairly happy except for Wyland. Let's see how happy Wyland's going to be with this one. These are the top N64 games of all time. The top 64. Basically what I did. If you didn't send in your entry, I know Wyland mentioned a few earlier. One of them from his list made it in to the top 64, so we'll see how it goes. But we're doing the top 64. We're going to whittle them down to the top 32. And if you're in chat, you're in for a small treat here because I do have a bracket set up that you can clearly view, hopefully, on the screen there. But we're going to do this. We're going to do the top 64 N64 games of all time. Next week, we'll have 32 to go through. We'll see who goes up against who. So without further ado, gentlemen, we're going to get right into it. And the first matchup is going to be Resident Evil 2 versus Kirby 64. And I'll start with you, Break.
Kirby 64... That one had a bunch of different games in it, right? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
I think so, and it was an excellent game for sure. But Resident Evil 2 is really good too.
Resident Evil 2 was a good port, despite the fact that it's got so many restrictions on it from being a cartridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a port, I'm gonna go with Kirby 64 because I liked Resident Evil 2. I liked it a lot, but I played it on the PlayStation.
Yeah. Okay, what about you, Eric? What do you say?
Kirby.
Okay,
I will. It isn't my favorite Kirby game, but it's still an original product.
Okay, I'll go with Kirby as well. It's unanimous. Kirby 64 beats Resident Evil 2.
I like the gameplay element of Kirby 64 too, where you combine powers to make new ones.
Wyland says, I have no real stake in this, so take that, Branches. I see how you are. Okay, the next matchup is an interesting one. It's WWF No Mercy versus
WWF.
WWF, because I heard
it doesn't even matter what your other choice is.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about that because
it does to me. I think WWF No Mercy.
If it were Turok 2, I would have said Turok 2, but Turok 3 isn't as good as Turok 2.
Turok 3 is pretty good though. But WWF No Mercy, I don't remember being great, to be honest with you. But
you were so wrong. It is the best customization mode.
Really? Okay.
In any wrestling game.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm thinking of the other one.
Well, maybe not ever, because I think the only other customization mode that trounces would be Fire Pro Wrestling.
You might be able to sway me on this.
With real wrestlers with WWF.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with WWF then. I think we're all in agreement there. Turok 3 is a decent game though. Not the best of the series, but definitely good. But WWF No Mercy, moving on.
I don't remember any of the Turoks actually being good.
Yeah.
They're okay shooters.
Yeah, I think there are fun moments in Turok games, but they're not as a whole great games. I mean, one game you're fighting a guy in a dinosaur or something like that.
Also, they're held back severely by their performance.
Turok 2 was a great game. I don't care what you guys say. So we'll move on. We might see Turok 2 later on. All right, next matchup, guys. Excitebike 64 versus Pokemon Snap. Eric, I'm going to start with you.
I never played Excitebike 64. Pokemon Snap was it was fun, but it's incredibly short. So I'm going to have to go with Excitebike.
What about you, Break?
The new Pokemon Snap that's coming out is going to blow it out of the water, though, because that hasn't aged well.
Well, of course it will. All right, Break.
I've never played a Excitebike 64. So I am going to have to pick Pokemon Snap just because I have played it. And I think it was a good game for kids.
Yeah.
I personally hated it, but for kids, I think it was a good game. I saw a lot of them to kids.
I'm actually going with Excitebike 64. It kind of picked up a little bit where Excitebike on the regular Nintendo left off and made it 10 times better. So I'm gonna.
Is Wave Race on this? Because I want to pick that instead.
Just relax, Eric. We'll get there. So Excitebike moves on, barely by the skin of its teeth. All right, so now we got. I know that's kind of ironic. Eric didn't pick Pokemon, and Yeah. Okay, we're moving on to Diddy Kong Racing versus Army Men Air Combat. And I'll go first on this. This is a pretty easy one for me. Even though Airman Air Combat was a good game, I wouldn't consider it great, but I'm picking...
I hated Diddy Kong Racing with every fiber of my being.
I like Diddy Kong Racing quite a bit, actually. So I'm picking Diddy Kong. So it looks like Breakman, you're going to be...
People loved it. I don't understand.
How many Army Men games were there?
There were quite a few, but this was one of the better ones.
Was this one the flight-only game?
Yeah, I believe it was the flight
I don't
only.
think I played that one then.
Okay, so...
Because I played some of the Army Men games, but I don't think I played one that was just specifically flight. I did enjoy Diddy Kong Racing though, so I am gonna go with Diddy Kong
I did
Racing.
too. So majority rules. Diddy Kong moves on. All right. Next matchup: Star Fox 64 versus Castlevania. And
See, I actually like Legacy of Darkness, but it's also Castlevania on the 64. So
Freak 5 is exiled.
Star Fox.
Okay, one vote for Star Fox. Breakman,
I
which
gotta
way?
go with Star Fox. I had a lot of fun with Star Fox, and I had a lot of fun mocking Castlevania 64. Like, that was not a fun game.
This is not
the combat was awkward.
No, this is the other. This is the one that included the both. Eric and I talked about this before. It's not Castlevania 64. It's the one where you could unlock. What was it called, Eric? Legacy of Darkness,
No,
I think.
you played Legacy of Darkness, which is the game with Cornell.
Yeah.
And then you could play the original Castlevania 64 game.
Yeah. So that aside,
But it doesn't matter
remember
since
that.
all of it's kind of eh.
yeah, I'm going with Star Fox 64 as well. So.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that with the Castlevania. Okay, I'm still going with Star 64 anyway.
Yep. Okay. Next matchup, we talked about it earlier, but Turok 2 Seeds of Evil versus Pokemon Stadium. And Eric, I'm going to go with you first.
Turok, because Pokemon Stadium was just fighting.
Okay. What say you, Break?
I know I picked Pokemon before, but I'm definitely not this time. I'm picking Turok. Pokemon Stadium, from what I remember, like a lot of people were just completely disappointed with that game because people wanted
Stadium
a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
It was
and all they got
technically
was Stadium Battles.
It was technically Stadium 2.
Yeah, Stadium 2. I'm sorry. It's Pokemon Stadium 2. But yes, I'm in full agreement with you guys. Turok 2 Seeds of Evil is the best of that series. I like that game quite a bit. So Turok 2 Seeds of Evil moves on. All right, next matchup, guys. F-Zero X versus Harvest Moon 64. This is a tough matchup.
F-Zero.
Okay.
I mean, I like Harvest Moon, but Harvest Moon 64 is basically just a Super Nintendo version with uglier graphics.
Okay. Well, then what say you, Break?
I'm gonna play one of these games.
What?
What?
No, I didn't say I didn't play these games before.
Okay, so based on just the cover art, what are you picking?
Oh, just on the cover art, I'm gonna go with F-Zero then.
All right, F-Zero wins. I almost picked Harvest Moon on this, but F-Zero is a great game on the 64.
I was never into the F-Zero games.
F-Zero's so good, man. So fast. Good games, man. Okay.
I'm not into the Harvest Moon games either, so I don't know if
Harvest Moon's good, but it I don't know. It's just not my thing either.
It's
but
not our type of game.
yeah. Okay. Next one's a good one, man. Star Wars Rogue Squadron versus Mario Party.
Oh, you son of a bitch. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'd rather not get into fights with my friends over Mario Party, so I'm going with Star Wars.
Okay. Star Wars gets one. I'm gonna go with. Oh man, this is such a tough matchup. I'm going with Mario Party, so I'm gonna make it Breakman's pick. Star Wars.
I'm as big of a Star Wars fan as I am, and that's a great game. I gotta go Mario Party.
Okay, Mario
the
Party.
original, by today's standards, like it's really broken. Like you can definitely cheat the game, and somebody can easily dominate, and there's a lot of problems with it. But back at the time, it was like
Such a fun game.
this is so cool. You
Yeah.
know, we'd beat each other up
Yeah.
pretty much in these little
A lot of
mini
people said Fall Guys is what Mario Party should have been instead of Monopoly or glorified Monopoly
God,
game.
Mario Party is it's such a fun game though, man. Real fun. That's a tough matchup, but Wyland says there's a game on the list that I feel strongly about. Okay, cool. All right, next matchup is Turok Dinosaur Hunter versus Super Smash Brothers. This is an easy.
Brothers.
This is an easy
Smash
one.
Brothers.
Okay, it's an easy one for me as well. Turok Dinosaur Hunter is not the best of the series, but Super Smash Brothers it is. So they move on. Next one is NFL Blitz 2000 versus Pilot Wings 64. So I'll start with you,
Blitz.
Break.
Blitz, NFL Blitz. God, that was so much
I
fun.
mean, I hated Pilot Wings 64. I felt like they didn't know what they were doing with it.
All right,
And Pilot Wings is a much better game than Pilot Wings 64.
I'm going with NFL Blitz 2000 as
Blitz
well.
was so much fun. Like, just over the top. Like, after the whistle blows, like, tackling people,
Yeah,
just piling
yeah.
on, shit like that.
Such
was
a fun
so
game.
Was it an arcade-style football game?
Yeah. Okay.
I never actually played it.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's really fun. All right. Next matchup is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 versus StarCraft 64. Brakeman, I'll
StarCraft
start.
64.
Hey, Eric, let me ask Brakeman first. What are you picking?
Ooh, you know what? I think I need to think about this one.
Yeah.
I don't.
You know, I'm going to go with StarCraft. Just because Tony Hawk I played on the PlayStation.
Okay.
Even though I played StarCraft on the computer and it wasn't a great port, it was still like pretty amazing what they were able to accomplish with Star Citizen.
Yeah.
or
Okay,
StarCraft.
I'm picking Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. I thought it was a good port. That was when Tony Hawk was good. But what are you picking, Eric?
I'm picking Tony Hawk because StarCraft 64 is a notoriously bad port of StarCraft.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
what they were able to accomplish. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it was like, oh, this is really cool, but it was just, yeah, it wasn't like great. But
Yeah.
like I said, I played Tony Hawk on the PlayStation. For me, like Tony Hawk was a PlayStation game, and just
Yeah.
I love Tony Hawk. The first 4 games, and then after that, it kept being the same thing where you start out with this weak ass shit. Well, by the
Yeah.
4th game, I was really annoyed with starting over every single time.
Yeah.
Because you're like such a badass by
Yep.
the end of the Tony Hawk games.
Yeah.
Like, you do so many flips and shit like that, and then you start over with every game. Like,
Yeah. Okay, next matchup: Wipeout 64 versus Jet Force Gemini.
I never really liked the Wipeout series. I felt like it was a layman's F-Zero.
No,
Jet Force Gemini.
Wipeout 64
I haven't
is
really
great.
played Jet Force Gemini either, but what little I did play, I did like.
These are
little.
both. This is a tough matchup because Wipeout 64 is really good, but Jet Force Gemini was one of those. It was like what you would imagine Starship Troopers sort of to be like. So I'm picking Jet Force Gemini. Eric, what are you picking?
Jet Force.
And you, Break?
I was gonna go Wipeout, but I lose. So
All right,
I
Jet-
didn't like Jet Force Gemini. I know like everybody likes the game and stuff like that. I tried to play it again on a recent port, and I'm just like, no, I don't like this game.
Yeah. Okay. I can kind of understand it, but I don't know. I like it better than.
No, it's a lot to do with the controls and shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Understandable, Breakman, for sure. Okay. On to the next battle. Star Wars. When I can't remember which Star Wars this is. Hang on one second.
Is it Racer?
Battle for Naboo versus 007. The World Ends with You. So start with you, Breakman. What's your pick?
Battle for
I never-
Naboo versus The World Ends with You. The world like after
The World is not enough. I'm sorry.
After GoldenEye, they just kind of made up original
Yeah.
Bond titles, and they weren't good at all.
Yeah, like after GoldenEye, none of the Bond games were really that good. But the problem is, you picked another game that isn't really good. That's what I'm up against.
Yeah. So what are we picking?
I'm going with Naboo because it is aircraft simulator, which I'd much rather play than anything that wasn't like the Bond. I think GoldenEye was the only good Bond game ever.
The World Is Not Enough was pretty good. I would pick World Is Not Enough over.
You said
Star
it
Wars.
ends with you. It's not the one.
There was a good GoldenEye game on the GameCube too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a
GameCube,
good one.
PlayStation 2.
That was Tomorrow
Under
Never
Fire,
Dies, I
Agent
think.
Under Fire, is that what it was called?
Tomorrow
No, I
Never
think
Dies.
That might be it. I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm picking 007. What are you picking, Break?
007.
All right, 007 moves
It
on.
wins.
Okay, next matchup is Space Station Silicon Valley versus Pokemon. Which Pokemon is this? Pokemon
Pokemon
Puzzle League. So,
I like Tetris, so or Tetris Attack especially.
Yeah.
So going Pokemon.
I think we're all in agreement there.
Yeah, I think we are.
That's a
I don't
pretty
think
easy.
you need to ask me. Yes.
Yeah.
It was a really good rip off of that.
Yeah. Okay, next matchup.
It was basically a reskinning of Panel de Pon, which was called Tetris Attack in the US.
Okay, next matchup: Mario Kart 64 versus Ogre Battle 64. I'm gonna go first on this. Not close for me. Mario Kart 64 for me. Breakman, what do you got?
I never got a chance to play Ogre Battle 64. It's one of those games I wanted to play, but
I have it on my Wii U Virtual Console and my Wii
Johnny
Virtual
Wufe
Console.
says I never played Ogre Battle 64. Yeah, it's one of those games I could never get my hands on. I would have loved to, so I have to pick the other one.
Ogre Battle,
Like I
okay.
said, I have it on my Virtual Console, but I haven't played it yet.
All right, Eric, what are you picking?
I'm going with Ogre Battle.
All right, Ogre Battle.
I mean, because even though I like Mario Kart 64, like I'd much rather play an RPG.
Mario Kart gets upset. This is one of the first upsets of the day. Ogre Battle 64 moves on. Okay, next battle. Ridge Racer 64 versus Star Wars Racer. Let's go with you, Breakman.
Star Wars Racer.
Okay, Star Wars Racer. One vote for that. What do you
I
pick,
don't even
Eric?
think it's close.
Eric, what are you picking?
I never played Ridge Racer 64, so I'm gonna go with Star Wars Pod.
Yep.
Episode 1 Pod Racer.
Yep, I'll go with Star Wars Racer as well. So that's unanimous. We got another bracket here, so hang tight, folks. Here's the second bracket. I'm gonna start at the bottom here. Let's go with Beetle Adventure versus Forsaken 64. I didn't play Forsaken 64, admittedly, but Beetle Adventure was a great game for me. That's what I'm picking. What are you picking, Break? Did we lose Break?
I think so.
All right. Eric, what are you picking?
What was the choices? again?
Forsaken 64 or Beetle Adventure?
I played Forsaken on the PlayStation and as a demo, and I was very unimpressed. So I'm going with the other game.
Okay, I think Break just has his mute button on, but I'm picking Beetle Adventure.
Beetle Adventure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking Beetle Adventure as well. I don't know if Break has a different opinion, but we'll find out when he gets back. So, but anyways, Beetle Adventure moves on.
So wait,
That's
what
okay.
was the non-Event 64 games? Now I'm curious.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Wolfie says he doesn't care.
He says the nun of N64. He's referring to the nun winning the bracket.
Mario Kart?
He hates Mario Kart. Yeah.
How do you hate Mario Kart, man? It's such a fun game. I mean,
Well, I hate Diddy Kong Racing, so I guess I can understand.
I guess. What would you pick in that matchup? Beetle Adventure versus Forsaken 64. Breakman.
Beetle Adventure Racing, by the way.
Beetle
I don't know if
Adventure
I've
Racing.
Played Forsaken.
Yeah, I didn't. I admit it. I didn't play it, but
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Beetle Adventure Racing, even though I didn't really enjoy that
Forsaken
game.
was like a poor man's version of a Descent on the PlayStation.
yeah. Okay, let's
It was
move
so
on.
goddamn dark, I couldn't tell what the fuck I was doing.
Okay, let's move on, guys. Banjo-Tooie versus Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna pick Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. Breakman, what are you picking?
What was the other choice?
Banjo-Tooie.
Oh, Banjo-Tooie.
The strange thing is, like, Wufe, I actually hate Double Dash with every fiber of my being.
Double Dash wasn't bad. I like it.
I guess I'll go with Indiana Jones because Banjo-Tooie is just a poor rip-off of Mario 64.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the.
I'd rather go with Banjo because even though it's a fucking collectathon that started the age of collectathons, especially Donkey Kong 64 was terrible.
Right.
Indiana Jones, I heard, was not so great of a licensed game.
No, it wasn't.
It was
There
okay.
were definitely better Indiana Jones games.
Yeah.
Even if it was an original title that wasn't based on a movie.
Okay, guys. Next matchup: Blast Corps versus Bomberman 64. I'm going Blastcore on this, even though I love Bomberman, and Bomberman 64 had a good campaign. It didn't have a great multiplayer, which is, that's what Bomberman's pretty much all about. So I'm picking Blastcore. Let's move to you, Breakman.
I agree with you.
All right, Eric.
Blastcore too.
Blastcore.
All right, Blastcore
What,
wins.
really? You said Bomberman before the show was going
No,
on.
I only wanted to be in the list, but I didn't know where he was going to put it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Next matchup is Donkey Kong 64 or Mario Party 3, and I'm gonna go with
Plus,
Eric.
I would have lost anyways.
I'm gonna go with Eric.
Donkey Kong 64 versus Mario Party 3.
Yes.
I hate Donkey Kong 64, so Mario Party 3.
Okay, Breakman, what are you picking?
Donkey Kong 64 is an absolute turd of a game. Mario Party, all the Mario parties from the N64 time are broken. I mean, they're all, somebody can game them and dominate every time.
Yeah, so Mario Party 1 through 3 were broken. Mario Party 4 through 6 were just not fun.
Okay.
And Mario Party 7, 8, and 9 were all clinically cleansed to being just barren of anything.
Okay, I'm picking Mario Party 3 instead of Donkey Kong.
Mario Party 10 was equally.
I agree with you guys on Donkey Kong.
I think the only good the only good Mario Party game is Super Mario Party.
That's not true. There were
since the original.
There was a GameCube one that was really good that I enjoyed, but
that was probably 4 maybe.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on, guys. We gotta pick up the pace here. Rayman 2 versus Quake, and I'll start with you, Breakman.
Quake.
Okay.
Quake, because apparently Rayman 2 isn't that good of a game.
Okay, I'm in agreement. Quake was a great game for sure. Okay.
And also, I'm surprised at how good of a port it is.
Yeah. Okay. Next matchup is Goemon's Great Adventure versus Mario Golf. I'll go first. I'm picking Mario Golf. I think Mario Golf is one of the best games on the 64. And what say you, Eric?
If you can't tell, I don't care for golf at all, so I'm going with Goemon.
All right. What about you, Break?
I've never played Goemon, but I think I'd probably pick Mario Golf anyway. Mario Golf was a fun game. You didn't have to be great at golf.
Yeah, you don't have to like golf to
I hope Miss
Mario
Ninja wins at least.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because you could taunt the other player when they're about to swing. You just, I just remember all the time Suarez and back.
Yeah. How was the Quake port? Wyland says it was okay. It wasn't.
I mean, I never played the Quake port, but I did watch a punching weight video that Stop Skeletons from Fighting made, and they detailed all the work that went into it.
Playing it now.
N64 was good with shooters.
Mm-hmm. Playing it now, it's obviously not gonna work, So okay,
yeah, that'd be ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's move on, guys. Duke Nukem 64 versus Mario Tennis. I'll start with you, Eric.
I didn't like any of the Mario sport games, so I'm going with Duke Nukem.
I'm gonna go with Mario Tennis because Mario Tennis was fun as hell. All those Mario sports games were really fun. What say you, Breakman?
Wow. I thought Mario Tennis was alright. To me, it's just glorified Pong, though. And like I said before, the N64 was good with shooters. It handled shooters very well, like Doom 64, Quake, and Duke Nukem wasn't the best, but it was still
Okay. All right, Duke Nukem moves on. All right, next matchup is Conker's Bad Fur Day versus Spider-Man.
This is Spider-Man 2.
Just says Spider-Man. I believe
it's
just
based on the animated series then.
Yeah. So it was highly rated. I thought it was pretty good.
I never played Spider-Man, but it's probably not good, so I'm going with Conker.
No, it was pretty good actually, but yeah.
Even though there's a lot about Conker I don't care about.
Yeah, I know, Eric. All right, what say you, Break?
Conker doesn't hold up very well, but at the time I enjoyed it.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Conker.
All right, I would have picked Spider-Man, but you guys picked Conker, so Conker moves on. Next is Wave Race 64 versus Mickey's. I believe this is Mickey Speed Racer, if I'm not. Speedway USA, which is the racer. Pretty decent game. Both pretty decent games. I'll go first on this one. I'll pick. I'm actually gonna pick Mickey Speedway.
I think it has a better frame rate, so it plays better.
Yeah, slightly. What say you, Break?
But that's the
I never
advantage
played
of being
Mickey.
released years after a launch title. So
Okay. What did you say, Break?
I'm gonna have to go for Waverus because I never played Mickey.
And what did you say, Eric?
Mickey.
Okay, Mickey barely moves on. All right, next matchup: Banjo-Kazooie versus Dr. Mario 64. Breakman, I'll start with you.
Dr. Mario 64.
Okay.
Dr. Mario 64.
I concur. So Dr. Mario moves on. Okay, next matchup. This is kind of a weird one here, and I kind of know where this is going. But Paper Mario versus Duck Dodgers starring Daffy Duck. Start with
Paper
you.
Mario.
Okay, Paper Mario for Eric. What about you, Breakman?
I never played Paper Mario.
Okay, so you're
played
going
that
with
before.
Duck Dodgers then?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I thought Duck Dodgers was a fun game.
It was a fun game.
I never actually played Duck Dodgers.
Yeah, Duck Dodgers is fun, but I'm gonna go with Paper Mario because Paper Mario's such a good game. So I go with Paper Mario.
So I hear.
Okay. Super Mario 64 versus Mystical Ninja. That's the Goemon one, starring Goemon.
I'm going with Mystical Ninja because that game is fantastic.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Super
Everybody needs to play it. It's vastly underrated.
I'm gonna go with Super Mario 64 because I think it's a superior game. Why is
Why is Breakman wrong? I don't know.
Super Mario 64 is a fantastic game, so I can't go against Super Mario 64. What say you, Break?
I'm going with Super Mario 64.
Okay, Super Mario.
I definitely have my problems with the game.
I'm very sad. I don't care about this list anymore.
But Eric's
give you my answer.
Eric's favorite game does not move on. It is underrated. I agree with you, Eric. This is just a list, man. I mean, it's not.
Here's the thing with Mario 64. It's a good game, but compared to all the other games that came out after using the same formula.
Yeah, I'm not. That we're not doing that. We're doing at the time. Just in the 64.
Yeah, and it came out later, and it was still better.
Yeah. Well, okay. You're overruled on that one, Eric. All right. This time. We're going with Majora's Mask versus Yoshi's Story. I'm going to go first. This is an easy no-brainer for me. Yoshi's Story. No, I'm kidding. Majora's Mask for me. Breakman, what do you say?
I don't like either one of these games.
You
I like
don't?
Majora's Mask.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't like Majora's Mask. I didn't like it, but it's still better than the other piece of shit.
This because Majora gave Break nightmares. Then.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of Majora's Mask, but I really wasn't a fan of Yoshi's Story.
Yoshi's Story is like, okay, let's make a game where you can't save your progress, but split up the levels into 4 blocks that you can choose at your leisure.
Okay, guys.
So you have to replay the game multiple times to see everything.
We
and
got,
all
like-
of it's kind of not done well.
Yeah. Okay, we got a few more matchups here, guys, this week. All right. This is a matchup of spies. GoldenEye 007 versus Mission Impossible. I'm going to start with myself. I'm going to pick GoldenEye 007. It is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, N64 games. I'm going with GoldenEye. What say you, Eric?
GoldenEye.
You, Break?
I'm trying to think if I played the Mission Impossible game.
It was fun.
Even still, I'd
But
still pick
it's still-
007.
Yeah, it was fun. It's not as good as GoldenEye for sure. So, okay, GoldenEye moves on.
Wu-Fei said you'd love Majora's Mask if there was a Kevin Bacon mask.
All right, this is an easy matchup as well, guys.
Well, there sorta is, but not really.
Okay, Perfect Dark versus PGA European Tour, and I know nobody's a big fan of golf games here, but European Tour was a pretty good game. But Eric, what say you?
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark. What about you, Break?
Perfect Dark was a fucking excellent game.
That's a great game. I cannot
Great
deny
game
that.
I never finished because I never had the expansion pack until years later, which
Okay, in our final
and I just never got around to renting the game again.
in our final matchup this week, Hey You Pikachu goes up against Ocarina of Time. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna pick Hey You Pikachu. I think it's an excellent. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was.
Oh, this show's over, folks. You had a great run. 11, 12 years old, something like that. That's good knowing everybody.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely picking Ocarina of Time. Wow. Wow. Ocarina of Time, right? What can you say about that game?
I'm
Break.
just glad Ocarina didn't go up against Mystical Ninja, because that would have been very difficult for me to pick.
Okay. What about you, Breakman? You picking Ocarina?
Yeah, oh my god, I can't believe you put the Pikachu game in there, but I'm ashamed of myself. I never finished Ocarina of Time. Even though it was a fantastic game, I love that.
Great game, man. Great game. Okay, so Ocarina moves on. That concludes this week's matchups. Freak5 says, while buying beer, I saw part of a can. The brewery was called Westco, and the beer must have been a shandy. I have no idea what that's in reference to, but okay. All right, so Ocarina of Time moves on to preview some of the matchups we have next week. A couple of them. Ocarina of Time is going to go up against Perfect Dark. That should be interesting. Indiana Jones will take on Beetle Adventures. Ogre Battle 64 will take on Star Wars Racer. And one more matchup to look forward to next week. Kirby 64 will take on WWF No Mercy. So those are just some of the matchups you're going to get next week as we whittle down 32 teams down to 16 next week. So you're going to want to stick around for that. What do you think, gentlemen? There's no big surprises except for, I think, let's see, what was the big surprise here?
That I didn't care for Pokemon game.
I know that was really strange that you didn't go for any of the Pokemons
because they aren't mainline games. I don't give a fuck about spin-off games mostly.
Yeah, but yeah, there was a couple of, there was one big upset. I can't remember. Oh, it was Mario Kart 64 got knocked off.
Ogre Battle beat something.
Yep, Ogre Battle won. So really interesting. So we're down to 32. So next week we'll get it down to 16. I think that was pretty good, gentlemen. What do you think, Break? Your overall impressions? Do you think we did a decent job of whittling them down?
I think you guys did, but I've been told I was wrong. So.
Well, you're always wrong, Breakman. So as long as you understand that. So, okay. I think that's going to do it for this week, guys. Let's start doing our plugs. We'll start with you, Breakman. You know what? Every time there's a pause, I just know that shit's coming, man. It's ridiculous.
That's what I was reaching for, but I think there was like a sour note on here, I think. It didn't sound right to me.
Oh, God.
Right there. Did you hear that?
They're all sour notes, Breakman.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all sour notes.
You feeling hurting monster.
All right.
Follow me at break_man on Twitter and at RPGrinders. You can ask Dear Breakman a question. I'll be crying by myself.
Is that like dancing with yourself, or talking to yourself?
I wonder what a Dragon Quest game on the 64 would have looked like.
It wouldn't have been bad, I don't think. I mean, I
think that's why they didn't do it, though, because it would have looked bad, though.
Yeah, probably.
I saw a video earlier today of Halo on what Halo would look like on N64.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, too. That was interesting. I thought that was...
And Mother 3 was a game that was supposed to be a 64 game.
Yeah. Okay, so... Any other plugs, Break?
No.
Your feelings are hurt. All right, Eric, you're up.
I've got a review on Boston Crash Brigade this week it's more of an impressions, but for the Switch version of Trails of Cold Steel 3. And if you like what I've written and you want to support me, sending me as little as $1 to my Patreon would help me out a lot. And you could do that by going to my profile on Twitter, which is at EricRPG.
Okay. Anything else, Eric?
Have a good weekend.
Okay.
Continue to wash your hands and wear masks.
Yeah.
And for God's sakes, wear it over your freaking nose, people.
Yep.
I am sick of seeing people wearing them under their nose.
And if you can, avoid sending your kid to school.
Yeah.
And do homeschool, or if the school gives you a digital option, just do it through online.
Or how about this? Just skip a year. It's not going to kill anybody. I know parents are worried about babysitting and stuff like that, but Usually that's what family's for.
Or teach your kids, because it's not like the school's actually going to do their job and actually educate your children.
Right. I mean, you could do that too, which is, I know it's
I don't
tough.
trust parents to educate their children, no, either, because so many homeschooled kids get the, they get the indoctrination treatment.
Right.
Yeah.
There's options.
A good alternative would be to get yourself the great courses and use that as your curriculum.
Yeah, I know a lot of parents are relying on schools for basically babysitting because they're working. I totally get that, but it's really, I mean, it's a matter of life and death.
What George is doing is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a matter of life and death. Actually,
let's send kids to high school where we crowd the hallways, because unlike Japan, we don't shift the teachers around; we shift the students around.
Yeah,
real smart.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we'll talk about that next week, guys. But next week we'll have 32 of the finest Nintendo 64 games vying for the title of Ultimate N64 game. We'll crown the champion by the end of the month. And if you're in chat, you can voice your opinion on what you want us to do. You can also tweet us at RPGrinders. Let us know what type of list we should be doing. Should it be the top anime of all time? Should it be the top video game of all time? Should it be whatever you want? The top horror.
We need to be less vague than top video game of all time. Like, goddamn.
No, I know, but we can. I mean, we can do. You know what we can do? We can.
Frank, why are you trying to make our lives hard?
I'm just saying, like, we can do the top PlayStation 2 games of all time. We can do, we can do the top PlayStation. We can even do top Xbox 360 games or whatever you guys want. Let us know. We'll be doing a lot of these. Hopefully,
top Atari 2600 games.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah.
That'd be hard for me since I know only a handful.
I could do those for sure. For sure. Okay. You can follow me on Twitter at Frank Branches. You can follow. Let's see what else. Oh, you can follow me on any of the systems. RPGrinders on Nintendo, Sony, Xbox. Freak5 says top porn stars. Well, send it in. If we get enough people wanting that, then I'll put a list together.
I'll abstain from that list.
Why would you abstain, man? I mean, we could do male and female porn stars, man. Okay. Let's see what else.
One, because I don't know enough, and two, if I did know enough, I wouldn't want to be on the podcast.
Why? Porn is
because he'd be busy. He'd be too busy watching
jerking
porn
off
to do a podcast.
I guess. Okay. Let's see what else. What else on the list here? If you want to join the chat live, we're live every Friday, 7 Eastern. We'd love to have you on the Twitch chat, twitch.tv/RPGrinders, or just search RPGrinders on YouTube as well. But everybody is in the Twitch chat, so join us there. We have a lot of fun. So if you want to tell us, if you have any comments or anything for Breakman, make sure you tweet at RPGrinders. Thanks to all the archive listeners, and thank you very much to our chatters. Let me read off who was in the chat room. I know Wyland was in there, Slagar was in there, our good friend Freak5 was in there, another TV viewer was in there, and I think Bernie was in there for just a quick second, so thank you to her. Anybody else I'm missing? Did I mention Slagar? I think I did. Okay, that's about it. You guys have anything else? Nothing?
Girls' way is better than friend.
How dare you? How dare you, Breakman?
I would agree with that one.
How dare you, Breakman? To our jacket to lesbian porn. Jesus Christ, Breakman, what's wrong with you? Okay, that does it for this week. Stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Until then, we're out. Jackasses.
Smack.
Bridget the Midget. Jesus, is that a thing, Freak5? Bridget the Midget? Is that an actual porn star? Jesus Christ. Let me know in chat.
That's what they're actually called.
No, I know, but that's it has to be a gimmick, man, for sure. I think we have a lot of
gimmick porn stars.
Are you guys in chat having some fun with this with these lists? If you aren't, let us know. I want feedback on this because I think we might do this. We might do this as a regular thing. It seems.
I think I
fun.
need to upload this week.
Yep, you do. All right, later, freak. Thanks everybody in chat. Really, really appreciate it. Everybody listening on the archives appreciate it as well. Thank you guys so much.
What should I call it?
Hold on, Eric. Let me say bye to everybody first. All right, thanks everybody.